Hello, today's review I've got a relatively simple but very useful accessory. It is a new balanced cable that Meze Audio released for their 99 Neo and 99 Classic series of headphones. I really like Meze's 99 headphones. It's probably my number one recommendation for the headphones for the home listening, especially if you like low frequencies. So really good model, but they were definitely lacking balanced cable because there are a lot of balanced dubs and you definitely will need such cable. Some time ago Meze already released cable. I made a review for it. Really good silver plated copper cable with nice braiding and sounding pretty good, but it was a bit expensive. $200 cable for headphones that cost just $300 themselves. It's pretty expensive, so it was a strong need in a more cost-efficient cable, and now Meze released it. It is also silver-plated oxygen-free copper cable with balanced connector, 2.5mm standard, but now it's sold for $100, and it's now much better rate. It shows much better quality to price ratio, so let's have a closer look now. Cable is sold in simple package. Of course, there is no much need in creating some fancy package for cable. It's just cardboard box, and inside there is small plastic tray, and here is cable. Of course, it was braided more carefully than it was winded more carefully than I wind it right now. So let me remove headphones for a while and I will put a cable. So regular Meze connectors to plug into the caps, and pretty unusual cable. It done this time in TPU coating. It's pretty soft, has almost zero microphonic, it's not tangling, so pretty nice, good soft cable. Splitter is big and reliable, and here it goes way down to the regular 2.5mm jack. So let me compare it with stock cable. So stock cable is in Kevlar coating, and it's let me take it from other side. No, not this one, here it is. So similar jacks by design. It's in Kevlar coating, so it has a bit more microphonic effect when it touching your clothes, and it's a bit harder and not as soft as this one. So it's also I like TPU more. For me, TPU is more pleasant to touch. And to compare, 2 times more expensive cable. It looks more audiophilic, but it's also harder. It's less soft, so it's it will try to wind itself. So this one probably is the best cable in terms of usability. But of course, difference isn't big. So let's be honest. So connected to caps. It connects with nice click, so that's all you will need to do to plug it and to use it. Speaking about the sound, cables are usually probably one of the most controversial accessories in the world of personal audio. So I've decided to make this review as much objective as possible, so I've conducted a series of blind A/B tests. I will describe what I compared with what a bit later. I'm far from these typical audiophilic legends like, you know, silver improved treble, oxygen-free copper will give you more bass, and so on. I don't believe that cable materials themselves changes sound, but cable materials impact on the cable electrical specifications or characteristics, and these characteristics can impact sound. But usually, of course, this impact is way lower than it typically described. Of course, bad cable can really spoil sound and make it worse, but we are speaking about good cables, so it's not that case. First of all, when you are switching from the standard cable to balanced one, you will get probably big and noticeable increase in sound. First of all, because of different output. Usually balanced outputs are more powerful, they offer better channel separation, so the maximum gain you will get from changing output on your player, of course. I've tried to distinguish it. How I've done it, I've done series of tests comparing stock cable and this cable with this adapter. So it's an adapter from $200 Meze cable, and of course adapter can a bit reduce sound quality, but I think it is high quality adapter. I've tested with some high-end IEMs that I have, and to my ears it's totally sonically transparent, so I think that it won't impact my tests too much. So compared with this cable, this one a bit rises a bit mids, especially upper mids, so you will have a bit more upper mids, and they are a bit more resolving, and thanks to this increase you will have a bit better staging, a bit increased depth, and especially layering and width, so you will have more spacious sound. Of course, I will highlight it once again, changes are not drastic, they are not big, but anyway, in 16 tests out of 20 I distinguish those cables, so I can totally call this change noticeable. Also, bass became a bit less in quantity, but a bit tighter, and also probably treble are extended a little bit, got a bit better extension, but honestly not that much. So about treble I'm not sure, because it was somewhere barely listenable, so it's just maybe minor change. So once again, biggest change you will have from changing outputs, and also you will have change in upper mids, most noticeable, and it leads, for me at least, in better staging. And of course few words about difference between those two cables. So comparing those two without adapter, of course, this one is most linear in sound, so it makes these headphones less V-shaped than this one, and even less than this one. So this one is more linear. Of course, it's also a small change, not a big one. You know, they won't sound like some flat frequency response monitoring IEMs, but it rises mid the most noticeably, and it highlights emotions the best in highlighting emotions, the best in representing vocals, and so on. So anyway, I can't say that I've pay $100 extra for this cable, because you know, when there were no other cables, this one was a great option, but now this one is much more cost efficient, and if you're looking for the balanced cable from for your Meze, I can say that this one has better price quality ratio. Of course, if you want to spend more money and if you want to get the best sound, of course this cable will be the best choice. So in absolute measurement it is the best one, because you know, I like more forward mids, I like what it brings to the sound. But anyway, this slight increase that this cable gives is also pretty nice, and it's close into this one, but it costs less, and it's more I'd say that it's more convenient to use it, especially with portable setup. So Meze released pretty good cable. Maybe it's not super fancy looking as that braided one, but it sounds nicely and it has a good quality to price ratio. Thank you for attention.